Good morning, everybody. Oh, boy, did I sleep hard last night. Didn't really drink a whole lot after I got home, so I have to get up like a dozen times to go potty, which was, I think, beneficial for sleeping. And I didn't have any coffee from after I left work either. So I really got to get back into stop doing that. I get myself into drinking coffee. But, of course, I didn't edit until this morning. The video is uploading right now. It'll probably come out after work. I only work till 5 tonight, hopefully. My associate actually shows up tonight to close, so we shall see. I do have the Xperia set up with me. Right now I'm filming on the iPhone. I'm still on the fence if I want to do a side-by-side or if I want to do, back and forth, just to get an idea and kind of label them. I don't know. I haven't figured this out yet. Got tomorrow, and we'll have a little more daylight tomorrow because the time springs ahead tonight, like 2 in the morning. I gotta get with Tim. I don't know what his plans are tonight, tomorrow. If we do race, I kind of want to make it where we end it kind of on the early side. We kind of talked about running the Coke 600 at Charlotte. We'll see if that happens, or we just run our normal Daytona at Talladega. So, but yeah, feel much more alive this morning. I think a lot of it to do with my sinuses were seriously impacted last night. I did my Zycam, or my Afrin, and boy, did that really help me. So, just watching the video. Apparently, one of the guys I've been watching with the Xperia Pro I, he did like his 4-month review on it, and there is a way to program that C1 button on this guy here, this little button here. So when you're in Pro video, you can actually get to the 16 and 50 millimeter lenses. So I questioned how to do that. I'm going to have to do some research and see how I program that, because that'd be beneficial, I think, in certain scenes. So, all right, thanks to Mateo, I have something to pick up. Yeah, I actually tried. I thought maybe you could change the lenses on the Sony by pressing the little 24 millimeter button, and that doesn't do anything. So, I'm not really sure what the magic is to make that work. But honestly, sometimes I feel like the 24 millimeter on the Sony is actually slightly wider than the iPhone. Could be wrong, but it kind of felt that way. So right now we are on the Sony, which means I'm going to have to do slightly little different editing with each clip, but it is very slight, by the way. Once I cleared everything out last night, I just kind of went back to my normal presets for the iPhone, and it wasn't that big of a difference. So right now I have you in the ShiftCam with the microphones on so that I don't lose 3 or 4 to 5 seconds of audio. It is chilly out here. It's like 30 degrees this morning. Alright, come on, guys. And it's funny because it does the object tracking right now on her back, but when she turned her head, it went straight for her eye. So the eye auto tracking is working really well. I'm just kind of curious if it's as clear. Sometimes I'm watching it back, I'm like, is that as clear as the iPhone or not? So that's kind of what I want to see. It's, don't get me wrong, when I was watching on YouTube, the video looked very crisp. So, I don't even know if you can tell the difference between them, honestly. Except, like, if I go in and out of lighting, the iPhone, it still adjusts just a little bit better for going into shadows and stuff. Definitely low light, even though this camera is supposed to get really great low light. It's not been my experience. But, the other thing, I gotta look at his channel name so I give these guys credit, because they're really helping me out. When he's doing night photography, he doesn't even mess with the RAW files. He only plays with the JPEG files. He doesn't even adjust the JPEGs. So when it's in JPEG, the phone is actually doing corrections. Did not know that. So, kind of interesting. But it will not. I think I mentioned this the other day, but if I didn't, when you're shooting with like the 50 millimeter, if you zoom out, you only, like I think it's an 85 millimeter. That's a JPEG file at the 85. It is 50 millimeter RAW. It does not save a RAW file zoomed. So it's only using the main lens, which is a little bit different than the iPhone. Can you even see them? We're being watched. There's another one over here. Somewhere. Boy, they camouflage in there good. Hi guys. I saw the tail. Could see the tail on the one over here. See the tail flicking? Oh, there's another one. Oh my god. Hi guys. Don't attack us. That's 1, 2. I think there's 3 at least. They're watching me. Tail's watching them. Guys. Be nice. Hi guys. You such a pretty pup. Pretty dear. Yes you are. You're such a cute animal. Okay, moving on. Walked right by him. Didn't even notice. Boy, he looks just like his father. That was the old mean kitty who just used to sit anywhere he wanted to, and he's gotten to that point now. Unfortunately, that cat's been long gone. The Xperia is getting a car test again. Mainly for the simple fact that I want to see how that little height change made. So I found out what's wrong with my screen recording. Unlike the iPhone, with the iPhone, I can literally screen record with audio and record a clip to have a full version and a screen recorded version. The Sony cuts the audio. I don't even know if it'll work if I hit the record button to get the audio file. So I don't have to do like a dub over of, but the C1 button is auto programmed to the lenses for the Pro app, wish I'd have known that. It's not a huge deal. There's a couple times I wish I could have zoomed in, zoomed out, but one more thing that the Bluetooth, the Sony Bluetooth shutter or shooting grip is got over everything else is the fact that you get your lenses. You can change your lenses in the end in this mode. I'm hoping I'm back to 24. I think that's what I went back to. But I closed it out, so it should reset. That's the only way to reset. So I don't even know if that resets settings, to be honest with you. I'm not 100% sure. It looked like it was right, though. I think I put it back on 24. But yeah, you can't change it without that remote. So, for car vlog, I mean, guess if Tim and I do hang out Sunday, I might have to actually put the Sony grip in the car, which may be better. This Joby one is super stiff. Not that that's a huge bad thing, because I don't have to lock it, because this has like a lock mechanism on it, and I keep it unlocked so I can get the phone in and out. But yeah, if Tim was with me and I put the vlogging monitor on and have the remote with me, I could actually go to 16 millimeters and see if it can get both of us, because the camera will be in the passenger side right now, unless I were to flip the orientation, which then gives me a problem accessing my quick launch button. And all my buttons right now are on the top. My record button, my quick launch buttons. They thought a lot of things through with this camera, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there's a lot of this phone that is a camera. You think about it. But, okay, enough rambling. I've done it long enough for car clips. One more thing. The one thing that brings me to is I would need to keep the remote with me at all times, because I left it at home. So I cannot change lenses right now. So that's something to keep in mind if I want to use this, on and off, back and forth, whatever I want to do. But I really kind of want to see. So I'm going to switch over to the iPhone, do a quick little clip, and see if there's a difference in clarity between these two, or if it is equal and I'm just a little too fanboy of iPhone. Nice thing having the watch, though, to control. This watch will not control that phone, which was one of a couple reasons I even got the watch, was for the Samsung to be able to see the camera. But there is no camera app installed now that I've reset it over to the Sony. So, not that that's a huge deal, but is the quality any different in the car? I mean, The other night when we left the park, I was a little bit concerned because as we're in the sun, went through a minor tree line that kind of blocked the sun, and I stayed in it. You know, it adjusted. I don't think I had auto on last time the first time I got this phone. I think that was my big mistake. It is a little bit of a darker shot. The iPhone seems to keep, you know, the lighting more consistent, which isn't necessarily the most accurate, but visually to the eyes, you're not getting like crunched down into super dark. Sometimes that just gets like, well, that looks like crap to me. Maybe to other people it's like, well, that's natural. I don't know, but let me know. Still, I gotta have something to do here with these last few months of the vlogs. So this bad boy against the iPhone, I don't even know if I want to even try to pit it against the Samsung. But if anybody wants that video, you let me know. The Xperia Pro I versus Samsung Ultra 23 Ultra, side by side maybe. Let me know if you want that video, and I can make that happen too. I get a little jittery, but looking at it, it's not very detailed. It's got a 2x. The mountain with the snow in it, it's not as pretty as it was the other day. It's still pretty sweet. And we got a ledge of seagulls. Are they creating a new band? It was flock of seagulls. Now it's ledge of seagulls. This is crazy. Then if we zoom back, there's a really big seagull right here, squawking at me. I really wouldn't consider it warm outside, but the thing is spinning a little easier right now. I'm hoping I'm recording. I am good. I must have my sound off. So I did finally pick up my filter bottle, my Brita bottle. As much as I hated to spend that kind of money on it, I just felt like it was a better investment for home, work. We'll see how it works out, because that way I can fill this up, take it upstairs, and not be draining the pitcher, because that thing's a pain in the ass to keep filling. Takes forever for that thing to fill. But I really need to start drinking a lot more water. I think it'll help me out. But I did find some Gold Bond hand cream I had, and boy, is that helping my freaking knuckles from the cold weather splitting. All right, got Mom's left behind from yesterday. Got to drop that off quick and then get home to the puppies. Tim came in, he brought me a cup of coffee, and I downed it. Now I gotta pee really bad, so probably gonna have to use the restroom when Mom's quick. Stay green. Stay green. Stay green. Thank you. You stayed green. Good night. Get home. I don't know. It's pretty freaking cold out. I'll try to take the puppies for a lap, but I don't know. Kind of want to put the handle on the... where the hell did I put that? I brought it with me. No, I didn't bring it with me. I left it at home. All right. Kind of want to put the handle on the Sony and actually play around with the other lenses just to get an idea of what it looks like when I record with those lenses. I think that might be, I wonder if that works in camera too. We're going to test that out. But we're taking some pictures of seagulls, saw that. That was with Sony, and a couple sky shots. So one of the YouTubers I was watching this morning that, you know, kind of, he did a couple months after using this Xperia. He was saying about, I think I mentioned this earlier, maybe I didn't, but night shots, he just uses the uncompressed, or the compressed JPEG file for night photos. So having both of them turned on is good, because he says it just gives you a better image, you know, for nighttime, because then it's processing on the JPEGs. So something to keep in mind. I don't think we're going to get too many stars tonight, but if I can go out and do any night shooting, we might play around just for fun. Alrighty, home sweet home. And of course the lagger. He's behind him. Oh, just had leftovers shrimp scampi with linguine, which is really good. Way too much. Way too much. Nothing new. I could have stopped eating it halfway and been plenty fine, but I didn't. I had 2 dogs watching me the whole time. Because Mateo was sitting on the couch with me. So. But get them for a nice little walk. It's not really too bad out here. It felt a lot worse earlier. I don't know. It's not windy. I'm just using the iPhone right now. I might pull the Sony out just to see what it does, to get a little idea of night shooting. But I don't know. I'm kind of going back and forth with when and how I use it. So, whereas the iPhone, I know I can get good night video. So we'll give it a shot. All right. Well, that's about as much as you get with the Sony at night, unless I crank some things. Yeah, my ISO's only at like 125. Let's see if I can play with that a little bit, but it's on auto, so it should know to use it. Yeah, there's 1200. There's 1200 shutter, or ISO. So, a little better, but I'm getting that purplish tint to it, too. Can we bump it while we're recording? We can. Oh, shit. 2500? 3200? I'm sure it's getting super grainy now, but there you go. But you'd think auto would know that, and auto drops it back down to 125. So, okay. So, night shooting video-wise, I'm not so sure how this is going to look. We'll give it a shot and see what we get with the Sony. So, fun day. Tomorrow, definitely, I don't know where we're going to go, what we're going to do. Part of me still wants to do a side-by-side, but we'll see if we can